We are here, yo. J3 Entertainment. This is an epic moment right now, boy.
Oh, is this monumental?
Bruh, this is iconic right now. You know I love using that word. If I use iconic, you know this is something epic. We got the Black Panther spoiler-free review.
Monumental, because this is monumental.
Bruh. You got your Malcolm X on. I got my dashiki on, bruh. We lit, man. Tonight was so freaking amazing.
Congratulations to all y'all for taking this journey with us, man. It's been a long time coming.
We finally got a black superhero on screen.
What?
And I gotta clear this up real quick before we get into the review. Black Panther is the first black superhero, and this is the first time we got a black superhero film. Spawn is not a superhero. He's a demon. Blade is a vampire hunter. Cleared.
What's his name? Hawthorne? Who was Will Smith? Hancock? Hancock was flawed protagonist. An anti-hero.
You can get louder, bro. You know what I mean?
This is a super hero.
Yeah.
Emphasis on the super.
Yeah. First time. So this is a spoiler-free review.
Yes.
Let's introduce him. Go ahead and introduce yourself, man. Let them know what's up.
We are the brave and the bold.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? My name is Sadler Ward, a.k.a. Aqua Ock. You know what I mean? Little fish food for y'all. And to the left of me is the Bat.
Yes, sir. It's late, but I am J3, aka the Batman. I come about the shadows when I'm needed. And right now, I'm needed to do this review. Let's get into this thing, man. This movie, bruh.
Because he's Batman.
Chadwick Boseman comes back as T'Challa.
Give me a famous one. How I go?
3 times on that one. Bruh, Chadwick Boseman come in the building.
Hats off to you, bruh.
You know what I mean?
Hats off to you.
We got Michael B. Jordan.
My dude, Wallace from The Wire.
Bruh.
Killmonger as Eric Killmonger, a villain. I'm used to him being a hero. I root for Wallace. And even as a villain, I root for Wallace.
Bruh, we got freaking Andy Serkis up in here.
I didn't know he was that charismatic.
Bruh, you know he's always behind the screen.
Okay.
So we got him, Angela Bassett, Forrest Whitaker. We got Lupita up in here. We're looking all sexy and just chocolate and just flawless skin. That big old booty. She looked good.
Not only did she look good, but I think this movie might redefine beauty in America.
Bruh.
A lot of people gonna catch that jungle fever this weekend.
Bruh, and it's All-Star Weekend, as a matter of fact. But, director, who we got?
Ryan Coogler, man. Fruitvale Station, Creed, you know.
I didn't know he could do action like that.
And special effects, too.
Bruh, you know what I mean? Let's get into this review, man. This movie basically takes place in 2 parts, the present and the past. We get the introduction was so cold. It was not like no other Marvel introduction I've ever seen in my life. Got you right into the story without telling you it's a Marvel movie. We just heard a little boy asking questions about this epic world called Wakanda. And I call it a world because there's no other place on earth like this. It's his own universe, his own world, special. Basically explaining what Wakanda's all about. Get us into this Marvel world. Show us the past. Get us right to the future. T'Challa takes on the throne as the new king of Wakanda. Killmonger comes back for, I can't say reason because it's spoiler free, but he comes to Wakanda to basically fight Black Panther for his throne.
And it's common knowledge, y'all. I'm not gonna say anything spoiler, but Wakanda is technologically
Go loud, bro. Go loud, bro.
For real?
Go
we can
loud.
make noise. We
go
can make
loud.
noise. Let's get popping.
Go loud,
so
bro.
Wakanda is Oz meets Blade Runner, bro. That's what Wakanda is. In case for y'all that don't know.
Yes, sir.
It's a magical place. You know what I'm saying? Based in real life, hidden like Wonder Woman's home.
Word, the mascara.
And I think it would be worth your money just to see what this world looks like.
That was one of the reasons why I wanted to really see this movie. I was so interested in Wakanda. See, look, personally, I grew up and not knowing Black Panther technically existed or knowing anything about his origins. So when I saw Chadwick Boseman as a Black Panther on Civil War, I was so intrigued with it. And then when I saw the trailers, I was like, this movie has to be watched. So going in, watching this movie, man, hype 100%, kept that shit 100 all the way through, all the trailers, hype, got the Kendrick Lamar soundtrack, bruh. I was so fresh today. I made sure that I showed the respect for Black Panther. and I got that in return. I gave some and got 10 times over what I expected to get out of this film. I mean, from beginning to end, I don't know much about Black Panther, but I will tell you this. Knowing the little I know, and knowing that they got to do their thing in scripts. They transition comic books over scripts, but the story was just so intrigued. I was so in it. I was in the movie. I was in that movie from beginning to end. I learned a whole new world, which I love. I learned Wakanda, bro. I know it ain't a real African country, none of stuff like that, but just to use their imagination and build a whole new culture, music, the culture behind it, the beautiful women, the soldiers, the firmness, the technology, bruh, on point. This story is what I call a real movie. Like this is a real movie. Like, the story mixes in with the movie, if you don't get my drift. I mean, Marvel has these tendencies where they don't have stakes. They joke around, but this didn't do none of that. Yes, there's some jokes in the script, don't get me wrong, but they're needed jokes, especially when you're dealing with a 16-year-old sister.
It was a big break from all the jokey, funny superhero movies as of late. And I'm gonna say this, man. When I heard the Kendrick Lamar soundtrack, I'm like, how is this gonna coincide in the world? Have you guys heard the Kendrick Lamar soundtrack? They got a video that just dropped today with Future and the other guy, I forgot his name.
I was listening to that before I came.
Man. This video is tight, man. I give Kendrick Lamar props and I also give Ryan Coogler props because the Kendrick Lamar stuff is just sprinkled ever so lightly right when they need it. You get some cool songs and they apply. It's not fighting against the soundtrack like Man with the Golden Arms. To me, the soundtrack fought, or Great Gatsby. Jay-Z's songs fought against Leonardo DiCaprio's element. But in this movie, every music, every tone, every beat, every time it rapped, it worked.
Yeah.
In the right way, and it didn't draw attention like the music in Guardians of the Galaxy, because the music was a separate star in Guardians of the Galaxy. And speaking of stars, they got talented actors in the cut, like Letitia Wright. They got Forrest Whitaker in the cut, just chilling, man.
Bro, the whole
actors, man.
I mean, we gotta give a spoiler. We gotta give a spoiler, bro. So, bro.
Martin Freeman,
bro. We gotta get on this, bro. I know it's a spoiler free because there's so much I want to say, but just sum it up for you guys, man. The story was on point, like you said. The music, Kendrick Lamar did his thing on the soundtrack because it's unique beats. I understand the elevation of Kendrick Lamar in his music making. He's changed the game as far as in his eyes what rap should sound like, and he was able to transition that over into this soundtrack, which really worked for this movie because it put us in a whole new world. Because we're in a new world, and I dig that 100%. Ryan did his thing as far as like directing with the music. I was so worried about it because I was like, man, I don't want another hip hop movie. Oh yeah. I don't want another hip hop movie where they just play rap all day. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, dang, man, you're gonna take me out. But they didn't just do that. They gave me some sympathy.
Sympathetic?
Nah, they gave me some free. I'm so hyped on this shit right now, bro. They gave me a complete score.
Pause.
You gave me hip hop music,
yes,
but you gave me a score behind it.
Ooh.
You gave me sentimental scenes that didn't have rap in it.
How about that international music when they was in like a gambling place or whatever? You heard some new type of sound music, some singers and stuff that really neo soul meets like Portishead. They did their thing. Technologically advanced music.
Yeah, when they went when they did the little when they did the high speed chase, they changed the game. Boom, music different, but it went with the movie.
And it's Africa, so they got drums and bongos.
Oh, drums was
all
up in this
popping in there.
Bruh.
They said that they brought 1,500 gallons of water into the set in Atlanta to make the waterfalls feel authentic. And also, I could tell you this, in between sets, they were playing bongos on the movie set, which is unheard of. But if you got African musicians there, what else they gonna do while we wait 3 hours? So they would be in the back like just bobbing like that, man. And it came across, man. For me, this movie will make you proud. And I guarantee, when I say buy 2 tickets, I mean, you could buy one for you and your date, but you're going to want to see this movie again right away. So if you want to go get a matinee ticket and a 7 o'clock ticket, or 2 matinees day in and day out, you're going to want to see this movie again. Not like Star Wars, because they say it's going to get better the first time.
No.
But because it's epic the first time, and you're going to want to re-experience it. That's my stamp so far.
Well, and you know, another thing, get back on this one with you, you know, this movie's not perfect. Let me make that real clear. But it means so much that the non-perfect factors don't really matter. I mean, there was things I seen and I was like, whatever. Like, for instance, the CG, I thought in certain scenes didn't pop for me. It was a little off. I get it, because they try to mix it with practical effects with actual CG to give us a little bit more feel. But I got that eye. Most people probably wouldn't even realize that thing.
Well, I felt the same thing in Spider-Man. Sometimes they're trying so quick with these quick edits or the fight scenes. I would rather see 2 real people really fight and maybe be a little slower. Not as slow as the dudes in Star Wars, but a little slower. They were doing pretty good. Lupita was putting in work, bro. No, not Lupita. I'm talking about the main Black Panther and Killmonger was part of the parts that I didn't feel. And when we're talking about a 2-hour movie, I'm talking about 3 minutes, 2 minutes that I wasn't like. But I still was engaged in the movie. I was invested in the movie. I never popped out of the movie, looked at the time, looked at my watch, had to use the bathroom. None of that. From credit to credit, beginning to end, I was in there.
I was also in there, man. I want to give a big shout out to Chadwick Boseman for playing every iconic black person on the movie screens. The dude did his thing as T'Challa, bruh.
All you need now is King Tut and Jesus Christ, and you got all the black people.
He's everybody black. Moses,
and Michael Jackson.
Oh yeah, and Prince.
Young Michael.
He gonna play all of them, man. But dude, just as Black Panther, man, what he stood by, his beliefs, he was very believable. He really did his thing, man. I felt a lot from him. I could tell they were trying to get to sentimental factors with him. I gets it, and I understand it, and parts of me felt it. I felt a lot of stuff like this. This movie meant more to me than most people out there on, out there with their reviews. This movie meant a lot to me, man. It really did, because I got a chance to see a black hero and I saw a whole new world, man. You guys understand, when you raise under a certain format of superheroes and then you see this total different character. And Chadwick Boseman, Black Panther got comic books, you dig, but he ain't Batman. He ain't Superman. He ain't Spider-Man. The Hulk. They got comic books. I mean, they got sheep.
Stacks.
Black Panther just got a little bit here, but for you to make me see what this dude is about, and Chadwick Boseman is able to really be that character without doubt, without anybody questioning anything about who he is. That's a win for me, bro. I felt so much like this dude right here is legit because of his morals, the love for his country, his suit, the love for his family, besides his country, just his family, and as a man, he did his thing, man. He showed me so much. Forrest Whitaker, dope actor.
This movie was a lot about powerful men, powerful women, and not only that, powerful family and family values and traditions. Some traditions being broke, some traditions being created, but it had that core, those pillars of human values, no matter whether you black, white, Asian, Indian, creed, race, color. You could relate to these values that they had and these systematic traditions that were put in place.
I like the fact that one of the main reasons what Disney's really doing with their movies and Marvel and everything like that, they're building culture. And they show so much culture. Like, I gotta get on the colors, bro. The colors were popular in this movie. The colors showed me so much. It gave this movie the energy. The audience had the energy from the film due to what this movie presented. We all felt it. I mean, I sat by a dude. I sat by a dude, man. He was just totally, he wasn't the average brother. I didn't know he was black until I looked. I was like, what the freak? You know what I mean? He was just a normal, and it brought him out. And then I look to behind me, and then I have this Indian family behind me. I'm like, this is what's up. Then I go out the theater, I see this Asian family come up out, seen some Latinos up in there, some white folks. This one white dude was like, Black Panther forever. Wakanda. I was like, fuck, that's what's up. That's what's up. I've never seen a superhero movie where everybody gets up and claps. I ain't never seen that, bruh. I've never seen that in my life. I've never seen that. And the funny thing about it, it wasn't even all black folks.
Nope. And different parts intrigue different people. Different parts got other people excited. Some guy will clap over here, another person will yell out there. And then in certain parts, we all yelled simultaneously. And I'll tell you one thing. What I think Chadwick, I think this part came at the right time for him. You know why? Because he took the coolness that he brought to James Brown, right?
Yeah.
And then he took the regalness. Like, you know how Eddie Murphy was in Coming to America? He took that, he felt like a king. And we don't see many black kings. I mean, ain't no Shaka Zulu movie.
Hey,
you know what I mean?
Keep it 100 with you.
In Egypt,
he was a lot like Eddie Murphy and how he thought. I felt that, bruh. Bruh, the accent's on point first and foremost, and how he goes in and he explains things, he questions things. He's a new king. Why did you do this? You know what I'm saying? Like,
he's a good ruler.
This is tight, bruh. This is tight, and this, it's a great film. What's her name? Denaya Michonne. Y'all know what I'm talking about.
Denai Guria. Okoye, I think her name is in the movie.
She's dope. She always
commands a powerful woman.
I'm gonna keep 100. She need to leave Walking Dead. Steady paycheck, you winning. She need Walking Dead. Do more roles. She's a dope actress, man.
She's only scratching the surface, y'all.
This movie is pulling. I seen her in All Eyes on Me. I thought she did a good job as Tupac's mom. I just thought the movie was all over the place.
I didn't even realize that was her till just now when you said it. I forgot that was her. I thought that was Viola or somebody. I wasn't even thinking about that movie.
She's a strong character. She presents that screen at all times. I love it. I love her smile, man.
Never in my life seen so many full lips. Big, thick, juicy, pretty lips. The lipstick, MAC or Maybelline or one of them lipstick commercial lip gloss. They should have a lip gloss sponsor in this movie because the lips were full and thick and beautiful, and the melanin, the skin tones, all those beautiful browns with those
nice
reds
skins,
and yellows in the background. Ooh, man, it was something.
And Lupita's booty.
It was
real
a woman,
shit, bro.
Celebration of strong women, physically, mentally.
Big, bro.
Yo, man,
she was big, bro. She was
dope.
When she was wild, I was like, dang, look at that. It's so big they couldn't hide it on screen. They said, just, hey, you got big booty. Let this shit go. Angela Bassett. Oh, fuck. She's so gorgeous, bro.
She was regal too.
She's so gorgeous, man. She played somebody's mama and still was looking good, bro. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just looking at it, man. And shout out to Andy for coming up on here as Ulysses Claw, bro. Andy, he brought a whole new style to a character. I ain't never seen. This movie gave us legit.
Claw. I didn't know I liked Claw.
Bruh, this movie brought a whole new take on Marvel villains.
And he's a bad guy you're rooting for. He's fun. He's a fun bad guy.
But he's serious. Ain't no joking with this dude, bruh. You gotta look at all the Marvel superheroes that we have encountered in this 10 years of the MCU. I mean, we had Loki. Loki's cool, but he's a coward, weenie punk. He run away. You know what I'm saying?
Nowadays, yeah.
He whack. He get bodied by freaking
Hulk?
No, freaking Thanos' sidekick butlers and shit. He get beat up by them. Whack. Get him out the way with that. You know what I'm saying? Then you had what's old boy in Civil War? I forget his name.
Well, Magneto's dope. He's dope.
Nah, but he's not the MCU.
Right. Okay.
He's not MCU. I'm talking about with the movies. I'm talking about movies. You had him. You had. You see what I'm saying? You ain't really got that gutter, bro. You know, you had Ronan the Accuser, cool, whatever. But Ulysses Claw brought something new because Ulysses, you're looking at it like this movie allows you to take the perspective of both sides. Who is truly good?
You can pick a side in this movie.
That's dope. You look at Killmonger and what his beliefs are, and you like, okay, I feel you. I kind of felt low key. I'm gonna be 100 with you. I felt like between Killmonger, shout out to Eric, I'll call him Eric B. Jordan, Michael B. Jordan, played an amazing character, bro.
You know, when Michael B. Jordan first came out, man, and he was a kid, and Michael Jordan was Michael Jordan. I'm like, they throwing that B in the middle. I don't even know if this kid is gonna really pop like that. But he has made a stamp with his own name. His name is a new brand. When you put that B in there, you know you're gonna get a quality film thus far.
Hey, he does his thing, man. He jumped into that character so well. I felt for him.
I was rooting for him. Listen, man, let me tell you something. I clapped when nobody else clapped because his part was so epic. And Arrow looked over at me like, what you clapping for? I said, because that was dope, bro. At the end of Act 2, I could tell it was the end of Act 2 because they put a stamp on it.
Yeah.
And it's like, what happens now? And I was like this, only one in the theater. You rooting for the bad guy? Yeah, sometimes I root for the bad guy, bro.
Keep it 100 with you. He was more black in this movie than he was in Creed, bro.
He got a chance to let it.
And they both was from California. His character's from California too, remember? and then
repping that Oaktown.
And then this one he's from Oakland, right? So they both from LA. They come from LA.
Wow.
So, and I felt more of this dude's from LA than I did in Creed, bro.
And so rumor has it that they was on set bumping heads. They had to be separated, man.
I feel it.
And I felt that tension in that thing. And I don't know if it's because he was method acting or he really don't like Chadwick, but who cares? It comes across.
Oh, it was dope, bro. It was, man. Michael B. Jordan, Chadwick Boseman had the best chemistry I've seen in a long time between a villain and a hero.
Yes.
I love it.
They both had great stances.
And Chadwick didn't want to be he didn't want him to be his villain. That's the beauty of it.
That's what made him regal.
That's what made him human. That's what made him normal hero, bro. Why do you do these? We can make something better. Like, bro, this movie's all about making life better, and I love it. Gives a positive aspect on what the world is really about and how people truly see it through their eyes, through the good side and the bad side.
There was a lot of opposition in this movie, man. Like, let's say I go against J3. But some people will be like, all right, J3 means this, Sadler Ward means that. But I understand both perspectives. And even other threats that came about, you could see their motivation. It wasn't just like, I'm the bad guy. It's like, no, we're looking at this phone.
Yes, sir.
He's looking at it from this angle, I'm looking at it from that angle. It's the same phone, but we're in completely different mindsets looking at the phone, completely different perspectives, and that's how it came across, man. You know who almost stole this film?
Go ahead.
The littlest, teeniest actor in the whole movie. She was the shortest. She was a little cute girl. She plays young sister. She's top of technology, and she is so enjoyable in this movie. She is the one that little girls is gonna say, "Oh, I like her."
And I love the fact that the way they used her age works with her comedy level. It works, bruh. It works. I'm not gonna spoil anything, but it works. They need to make more. They need to make. See, it sucks because I hate but I hate the fact that people are not gonna be able to see. It sucks because this is Black Panther. Yeah. And all black cast.
Yes.
Basically. And I don't want people to think y'all just saying that because they black. Nah. I'm not saying that. I'm saying the way they utilize these characters, it worked. This is what Homecoming was missing. A chick like that. A young 16-year-old girl that's smart, that can get it going, that acts normal. Yes, she's highly intelligent and on a whole different level, but she acts normal.
She was mature for a young lady.
Women are always mature at 16 like that, bro. More than us.
She would be immature when it's time to be immature, and when it was time to be mature, she would grow up.
Just like kids are. Her brother's decaying. She knows her place.
This was you know they have the wonderful world of Disney. This was the magic of Marvel. This was Marvel at its best. And like you said, it was not completely perfect. But like when I don't play golf. I seen somebody playing golf today.
Word.
But when you play golf, it's about getting as close to the hole as possible. You know what I mean? And they were pretty close. The golf course.
Okay,
hole.
all right. Oh yeah. No, but real shit, bro. Like it's the way they utilize her age, her cuteness, her intelligence, it really worked. I wish Homecoming was like that, because I couldn't stand those kids. They weren't believable. They were making situations that aren't believable. You can tell the people that worked on this movie have a good relationship with teenagers, in the sense they might have their own.
Angela Bassett has 2 teenagers.
Right? Understands how her daughter would act. Understands how she would act when her son. Bruh, when certain situations happen with the mother looking at her kids and stuff like that. You guys don't know T'Chaka died in Civil War. So when he comes back home and he sees his mother and his sister.
T'Chaka is his dad, for all of you who are just catching up. T'Challa is the new Black Panther.
Yeah,
T'Chaka was the man who got blown up in Civil War that J3 is referring to.
But it's so cool seeing that transition, the respect for their mother, everything like that. These actors and actresses did their thing in this movie, man. I'm gonna be honest with you, I think the actresses stole the show from Chadwick, even though Chadwick was tight, bruh. But I have to say, man, Lupita and how you say her name? Denai, Lupita, Denai, Letitia, Michael, Angela, Forrest, bruh, they did their thing, bruh. Like Chadwick, I'm glad to see that it was multiple people in this movie shining their own way. Andy did his thing, bruh. He was shining when the camera was on him. It was on him. I like that. When you guys seen the trailer, but when you know him and Black Panther had a little confrontation, you saw that. You got that. The technology running, bruh. Wakanda is where I want to be, bruh. If you told me that place existed right now, give me some citizenship up in that beach.
Bro,
I need to go to Wakanda, just because Wakanda is a place, and it's not even all beautiful like that, like low key. You know what I mean? Like they got they kind of, it's not slums, but you know, people got their tribal ways and how they live. But guess what? In that hut, motherfucker got like this flat screen TV that's like 9K and shit, you know what I'm saying? But it's just the way they utilize the world, the vibranium, bruh. Just the world is tight. The culture's on point. I'm feeling this movie. Only thing I have to say that I didn't really, it wasn't all there. It's not that it mattered, but it was the CG in certain scenes just didn't pop for me. But this movie had a lot of action, and it had the proper action. No over exaggeration action in this movie at all. None of that stupid boom, 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 boom. None of that shit. Get straight to the point. Ass whoopings all in this movie. Freaking Michael B. Jordan showing his body, coming in all yoked and shit, flexing that shit on motherfuckers, man. I'm like, this looks tight, bro.
Not his pectoral muscles. I'm talking about them little dots and stuff, like them little marks, some African tribal marks that he had on himself. With that's the best way I can explain it to him, because y'all saw the previews, I'm sure. Those things look crazy, man. They made him look pretty powerful, man.
He looked dope, wild, yo. He looked dope, man. He looked dope,
wild.
And the respect, man. In Brooklyn. I'm a respect dude, and I love seeing movies with respect. I love seeing it. I love.
At the end of the day, this movie is a superhero movie, but it's about family. You know what I mean? And then sometimes, like, Guardians of the Galaxy is about a makeshift family, all oddballs out. Their parents didn't want them, and they all find a common ground. Fantastic Four, they all get a freak accident, so they come to bond each other. And then Avengers or X-Men are all outcasts, so they come together. And then Avengers is a group that chooses to be together based on their circumstances. But this is about blood and flesh family.
It's dope, man.
You got a mom, a son, a sister, you know what I mean? Brothers, uncles, sisters, everybody's in here, grandfathers. So it's pretty interesting to see. It's funny that you take a black superhero movie and make it about a family. You know what I mean? Because a lot of black movies is about families anyway.
Scratch that off. Royal family, bruh.
Ooh.
You winning, bruh. You winning 100%. Go see Black Panther. The movie is dope. Check out the spoiler review that's finna come up after this motherfucker, because I'm holding back like a motherfucker, man. I got this gun, it's clocked and it's ready to go, but I can't do much because I don't want to spoil anything for you. But take my advice, go watch this movie, man.
I'm gonna tell y'all something fancy. Alright, the Justice League got on Channel 4 News tonight. The news van came out, put the cameras on us. We all had on our Black Panther t-shirts, and they was like panning across. We was yelling and having fun. We'll be on the news tomorrow morning. I'm gonna grab that if I could DVR it. You know what I'm saying? By the time y'all see this, y'all gonna miss it. So those of y'all, any of y'all catch the news
they gonna probably catch this. This sucker going up as soon as I'm done, bro.
All right, so that was tight. And you know, it was just an epic night. We must have had 30, 40 people hang out with us after the show, man.
Yeah, we had a lot of people hanging out, man. We had it popping for about 2 hours, man. Shout out to Sadler Ward, getting it popping and everything like that. It was really a good experience, man. First time I had one of the best movie experience and superhero experience I ever experienced, and it has nothing to do with the character being black. It's just the fact that this movie really presented a lot to us as a hero, something totally different. The way he got his powers, the way he was developed, the circumstances. There were stakes in this movie, bro.
There was 3-year-olds there, 5-year-olds, and 80-year-olds. We saw old people. Sometimes we laugh when we go to a movie and we see old people, because a lot of old people. The old people came out. The young people came out. Y'all came out. So those naysayers, all them dudes that was trying to make it look crazy on TV, they're gonna lose. Because people came out in droves and people are celebrating. So I advise you, when you come out the movie, talk to the person next to you.
Yeah.
You know, that might create less racial tension in this country, man. Because you're gonna be sitting next to all types of people in this movie. There's a lot of different fans from all walks of life, man. And that can create a moment that might just bring that hate down in this country a little bit. That's all we need to do. Just bring it down a little bit. That might help somebody. You never know. We there to have a good time. Everybody had a good time. And when you walk out of there, you're going to want to tell a stranger what a good time you had.
All right. With that being said, bruh, what you get this movie, man?
We grading? I give, it's easy. I give it an A. I give it an A. It's my first A.
You give it an A.
I give it an A,
An
bro.
A. It's been approved by Sadler Ward.
You know what I mean?
Aquaman gave it an
underwater A.
I'm gonna be honest with you, man. This movie gave me everything that I love in superhero films. I got an origin. I got an origin. I got a low-key a sequel in the movie because it started off, I got that. I got a little bit more information about Wakanda. I was so interested in this world that it made me want to buy more comics, made me want to get back into my roots, learn these freaking characters, man, because Black Panther is one of the first superheroes that touched the scene, man. Shout out to Jack Kirby and Stan Lee, man, making that happen for us, and seeing a lot of developments of this character, from the beginning to now, and his villains. And this movie's the first first MCU movie and low-key DC that actually gave us 100% stakes. Besides the Dark Knight trilogy, it actually gave us stakes, man. They were really stakes.
T-bone and filet mignon steaks.
And they were stakes that can do. This movie gave us the stuff we like.
Stakes is high.
And it had multiple stakes in this movie. It had villain stakes, ruling your kingdom stakes, being a bad king, queen. You know what I mean? It gave us United Nations stakes. It gave us stakes, and every stake had a face on it, and I love that. It's the only one that did that. No, Loki. I gotta. Because somebody saying, "What about this?" Loki didn't have stakes. He just wanted to rule. It didn't. It was like, okay, we're gonna beat the bad guy up today, and then he goes about his merry way. It ain't like that with this movie. These stakes mattered. These are like, damn, man. Okay, I feel Killmonger right now, bruh. I feel him, but he's a bad guy. But is he? I love movies like that when you question where you stand. This movie's low key's like Malcolm X and Martin Luther King. They both wanted what's good
for the
people.
For the people.
And
it depends on who your people are.
And depends who your people are and how you look at your people. And I love that. That's what X-Men should have been. Instead, we didn't get that shit. X-Men should have been like that. Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, Magneto, Professor Xavier.
I can't wait to dig in.
We finna dig in.
Stay away from some of the interviews, man. But I'd like to see what Ryan Coogler, because I don't know him to be a comic book dude. I have no idea what his comic book fan relationship is. It won't never be the same after this movie. People are gonna flock to him. This probably will not be his last comic book movie, but while we on that, shout out to Roxanne Gay, Ta-Nehisi Coates, Reggie Hudlin, Priest, all the people that wrote Black Panther up until this point. Because this is a movie that got it right, and I'm sure that he used your stuff the dude that does Black Panther and the crew. I'm sure that he took your books, Jungle Action, and absorbed them and tried to apply them, because I got a lot of the same. I got those values in there, man. I didn't feel like this guy didn't care and this is gonna make money. Speaking of making money, before we end this, I'm just very mad because of I saw claws and a mask at Toys R Us, and that was about it, and a doll. But there was so many epic spaceships and vehicles in this movie that I think we could have made a whole lot of. I think we could have made a whole lot of money with a whole lot of toys.
You know what? I'm gonna end it because I want to talk about this movie, but I'm gonna give this movie.
Oh, you didn't grade it?
I didn't get a chance to grade it, bro.
Let's hear what J3 got to say.
You know what? Just with this movie involved, what it meant. If you're culturally retarded, then you won't understand this movie.
You'll get it.
No. I said if you're culturally retarded. Some people don't understand culture.
This is Team J3.
No, Team J3 here, but you know, new people are here, bro. My family know.
Welcome.
My family know. If you're culturally retarded and you don't understand culture, this film is not for you. If you don't understand what family values are, this film is not for you. So I understand how people can rate it certain ways. If you're blinded by color, this movie is not for you. In fact, this movie's so dope. I didn't see color. I saw culture, and I love that. A culture that can be adopted by anybody. You just gotta be able to breathe it. I got this dashiki on. This is from Nigeria. You know what I'm saying? A culture that you can just take and embrace it, and as long as you respect it, you can love it, and they'll let you do it. I'm feeling this movie. I want to give this movie an A-. Just as a film goer, I'm gonna give it an A- because the CG wasn't there, bruh. On certain scenes,
and it wasn't all the way through.
When it was on the mountains and stuff like that, it was fuzzy. They were looking all fake, and I didn't feel that part. I was like, oh, dude, that's killing me. However, the script was on point. The acting was on point. I mean, you got tier 1 actors and actresses to play in this movie. And the ones that weren't tier, they had to step their game up because they on scene with these tiers. Perfect. Triple. I'm loving that shit, bruh. I'm loving it 100%. The music was on point. The cinematography was on point when they were showing the cities and stuff, the actual city.
The tech design of the city.
Bruh, I liked it. I liked it. The fight scenes, the action was on point. This is almost damn near a perfect film. I don't know much about Black Panther, but I do know this movie's real. As a film goer, like I said, A- movie. That's it with me. Shout out to my boy Salvador Aquaman coming in the building, doing this spoiler-free review with your boy. Take a look out for that spoiler review, because it's coming. It's coming, because we finna get on it right after this. This shit was lit. We had it popping after the theater, man. We had it popping. And put a picture up for you guys.
Yeah, show them flicks, man.
It was dope. You know what I mean? It was fun. People were coming out, taking pictures of us. Like we were freaking, like we had our own purple carpet, and it was dope experience, man. Knowing that where the Just Us League stands in this world, and we on our move, and it's all due to the subscribers out there. Team J3, Jody's Corner, the family. We out there, man, and you guys showing love and donations and all this stuff like that. We on the move, and I can't wait for another big deal like this, where we might be able to have potentially be on that carpet with everybody. That's gonna be amazing, man.
And you know what? We made this a big deal, and you should make it a big deal too.
Go watch this movie. But like I said, if you're culturally retarded and you don't understand family, don't waste your time. I'm just keeping it 100 with you. Don't waste your time, because you're going to nitpick on dumb stuff because you don't get it. So I advise you to learn culture and learn what family means, and go watch this movie. J3 out.